From Petco Park in downtown San Diego, it's time for MLB The Show's Game of the Week. The Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the Bruins to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just a little bit away from first pitch. And on the mound today, Nick Pivetta. What should we keep an eye on here?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4. But this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
Ronald Acuna Jr., the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And another ball.
2-0 to count.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Now a check swing, but he held up.
Full count.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
1 down, base is empty. And it's fouled away. Right-hander kicks, deals.
1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
In the dirt, 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Merrill snags it on the run. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take, with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing, otherwise you'll be really frustrated after this one.
Makes the catch, inning over. On to the bottom of the first. No score. Back here with my pal Singy. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Spencer Schwellenbach. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year. A sub 350 ERA. And, you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub 2s. They're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year. Opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
On the line, swing, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Iglesias on at first, nobody out. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Profar makes the catch, and there's one gone. Luis Arraez stands in. Just 1 for 12 in the series coming in. That's in there. That's strike one. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Batting fourth.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Hitless in the series so far.
Junior.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
No,
and that's
inside.
off the inside edge. And now it's even 1-1. On the ground, a short could be 2. Over to Albies. On to Olsen. That's 2.
Got the batter to hit it exactly.
Second inning set to go. And here's the first baseman, Matt Olson. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
And a swing and a miss. Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. Feels like he kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
And that one misses up and in. 1-2 to count. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think he's ever way off with his balls and strikes, but yeah, I don't think it's easy to define what his zone is, like you said. That gets down for a hit. Around first, digging for 2. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. Totally tied up with that inside pitch. Got to it late and deep in the zone, but he got the bat on plane enough to fight it off the other way. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And the batter now, Austin Riley. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1.
Riley is one of those players that made his presence known in the majors right away. He hit a 438-foot home run off a Michael Wacha fastball on his second at bat, which is probably the best way to make a first impression as a rookie, Boog.
And that's outside. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball.
Runner in
2
scoring
strikes.
position, nobody out. Here at the top of the second. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Diaz gets it to first. 1 out in the second. Well done behind the dish. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jerks and Profar. Digs in now. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
No ball.
1 out. The runner at second here in the finale of this 4-game set. Oh, he hit him.
Dead ball.
And that got him pretty flush.
Well, that one might sting for a bit, but it helps the team and it boosts the OBP, Boog. Sometimes that trade-off is worth it, but sometimes it's not.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. And that one fouled off. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, just a little cut fastball on the inside part of the plate and couldn't get the barrel to it at all. Just kind of tied him up there right under the hands. Tells me he's probably looking soft away and just wasn't able to adjust.
Here's Sean Murphy. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
No ball. One strike.
Olson, the lead runner out at second. Profar at first, 2 out of the inning. Fouled off down the right side. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And that's the third out. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. Back here in San Diego, bottom of the second. Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. Schwellenbach back to work. That one finds the corner. That's strike one. Merrill goes 6 feet 3 inches, 195 pounds, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. That misses the zone, and it's 1-1. On the ground to the left, and foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Batting 7, the catcher.
Here's Elias Diaz. First pitch just misses.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Chop to the right side. He'll do it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Line drive.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's Acuna now. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
1-0.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. Gone. His first homer of the year. It's 2-0.
Acuna is someone who is always just a swing away from doing something special. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
So digging in, Michael Harris the second. Fly to center his first time. And he grounds one to the right side. Arise steps on the bag, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that. Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Ozuna in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Now a check swing at the 1-1. Look down to first. He went around, according to Carl Dixon. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Ozuna started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. No swing. He held up. Carl Dixon with the call there. One down, base is empty. Up and in, 3-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Matt Olson. Doubled in his first AB. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Strike one. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0-2.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers.
Cronenworth.
Fouled off left side. Yo, 1. And base hit. And a good start to the inning. Here's Jason Hayward. No hits in the shutout yesterday afternoon. In there at the knees for a strike.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Close, but called the ball. And the count even 1-1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Cronenworth aboard here at first with nobody out. On the ground right side. And foul ball. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Oh, it's a pretty nasty curveball right there, and the hitter didn't look comfortable at all. Clearly fooled. Tried to check his swing and went around, but it had been called a third strike anyhow. That's how dirty it was. Nice pitch for the punch out.
Slinging it to first in time. And here comes Xander Bogaerts. Fly to left his first time. That one misses. Ball 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Down the line. Tries to make the play, but it's foul.
After the loss yesterday afternoon where they really didn't ever get things going on offense, I think this is an important opportunity right here to pick up an early run. Man on second, 2 down. Fouls one off. 2-2. Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Bounce to the left side. Throw on to Olsen. Bogart's retired. That's the inning. One left for San Diego. They trail things here 2-0. And we're back. Here is Austin Riley. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Can't make contact with the sweeper.
No ball. 2 strikes.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Now batting Jurickson Profar. Profar gets a piece there. 1 out, bases empty. The 0-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there. And just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Two outs. Center field. He makes the grab, and that is that. Back here at Petco Park, bottom of the 4th, and now the first baseman, Luis Arraez. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Strike 2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. On the ground to third. Fair ball.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Arraez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Outside low. It's 2-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Tatis waits. And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Good horizontal movement on that curveball right there, and just enough to get him to chase it. He placed it just off the corner, and that's one of those where a pitcher says if he's going to miss, he's going to miss off the plate. So really good job. Great pitch for the punch out.
And here is Jackson Merrill. And that's outside.
1-1.
Next offering is in for a strike. Breaking ball misses down and away. Man at first, 1 away. Ripped to first, caught. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. And he is thrown. Pavetta back to work. And first offering is fouled off. That one missed. That one outside. And that's ball 2. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Now, this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out.
Now
out of the bullpen for the Padres, Ron Marinaccio.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's Orlando Arcia, 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Foul ball there. Arcia, a former All-Star, 30 years old now, and he was born in Venezuela. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Bullpen action for the Padres. Adrian Morejon getting ready to go. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Acuna now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
And the next pitch is way outside. Two down, nobody on. Cut on and lifted in the air. Hayward nabs it, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Manny Machado up to the plate. And that is out of play.
You know, these Padres just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Has room, and he makes the catch.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Diaz in the box now. No balls and a strike. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. And that misses. And the count is 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Out number 2.
The designated hitter, number 9.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And the first offering is not close. 2 outs, base is empty. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
1-1.
In the air to left center. Paris after it. Brings it in for the 3rd out.
Pitching for
We're back,
Padres.
and they make a change to start the
Number
6th.
50.
The new pitcher, Adrian Morejon.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Inside, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was
1 ball,
ugly.
2 strikes.
And a breaking ball misses outside. And it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the
Now
bat
batting.
speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
Handled by Machado. Tosses across to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Matt Olson, 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Robert Suarez up and loosening in the pen. Matsui getting cranked up as well. Almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Next pitch is downstairs.
3-1.
And that's ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Baseman, Austin.
So 2 down.
Riley.
The batter now, Austin Riley. And misses inside.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Here's Profar now. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Two on, 2 outs.
1-1.
Way inside, gets out of the way. In the dirt.
1-2.
Nothing happening on the bases, though. Two outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Makes the catch, and that is that. So they strand a pair. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the sixth. It's the Braves 2 and the Padres nothing. Well, we go bottom six. Now the left fielder, Jason Hayward. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Schwellenbach winds and deals. Edge of the zone for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Base hit into right field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Back against the wall with two strikes, but found a way. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
That one the other way, and there's a base hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, one out. Luis Arias will hit next. He's 2 for 2.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
There's a strike at the knees, and the count even at 1.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
The other way. Nice grab.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Tatis up for the third time here. Watches that one miss.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball. Runner around third. He'll score easily. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Picks himself up at RBI. Nice job keeping it fair as he turned on it down the line, and once it got through the infield, it was a double all the way. Chance now to even this game if they can put a ball in play, maybe an error, maybe a hit.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Next for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. Swing and a chopper out to short. Zips it to first. They limit the damage here. Padres with a run-scoring double. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. 6 innings in the books on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Robert Suarez.
Now pitching for the Padres.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to
Number 75.
check swing, called strike.
Well, with that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
And the 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Tried hitting 101 and it wasn't happening. That's a strikeout.
I see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Sean Murphy. Swing and a miss as he was late.
No balls. 1 strike.
Swings through that one.
That was straight queso right there.
2 strikes.
That misses. And a count 1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced, and this one getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
Orlando Arcia next up for the Braves. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a miss.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Right side, hard hit. On to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. Go down quietly. They needed 2-1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Machado.
First offering, and it just misses. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Chopped in the ground. Tosses to first, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Diaz, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Hard hit, base hit.
Always feels amazing getting the job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Cronenworth in the box now, takes strike 1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And there are 2 down. Jason Hayward, the next up for the Padres. 0 for 2 in this one.
That's a ball.
In the dirt, but no advance. That's ball 1. Diaz off of first with 2 away. outside. And the count is 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And that is the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 2 and the Padres 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jeremiah Estrada. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. He's already homered in this game.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Estrada, in his 2nd season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and occasionally works in a splitter. And that's outside. Next offering is fouled back. And that's down and away. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. And it's strike 2. Activity in the bullpen. Matt Waldrop appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Matsui, the lefty, warming up as well. Here's a 1-2. And that one almost got him. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Not close with that one. Ball 2. Two down, nobody on. Late with the swing there.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
That's to third, Machado. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And we're back, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the second baseman, Jose Iglesias. Schwellenbach back to work. Close one, doesn't get the call.
One ball.
And that is ball 1.
Hook one.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Just missed.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Grounds one to short. Arcia whips it to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Here's Xander Bogaerts. 1 for 3. Brian Snitker out of the... Dylan Lee comes on now. He's making his second appearance of the season.
Dylan Lee.
Ball 1 to Bogaerts. Fouled off. He was late. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that one fouled off.
Ball. 2-2.
On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. Bogaerts retired.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Swing and a ground ball. On the run, throw to first.
Out.
Nicely done for the out. Offense held in check there. 9th inning coming up. It's the Braves. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Matt Waldron. And he's coming at you with a knuckleball.
Matt Waldron.
Olson at the plate now. That's ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Randy Vasquez preparing to come on if needed. Right through there for a strike. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here's Austin Riley. First pitch swinging.
No ball. 1 strike.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
0-2.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. In the air out towards right center. Tatis after it. 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Jerks and Profar. Next up for the Braves. And a foul ball.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Stays alive. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Hauls it in to end the inning. So they go quietly there. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Braves 2 and the Padres. Bottom of the 9th. Now it's the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr. Raisel Iglesias comes on trying to close it out.
No, this is an extremely confident pitcher. He loves the pressure. Actually likes the 1-run game better than a comfortable 3-run save opportunity because that's when he pitches his best.
That's in there, and it's 1-1. And that's in there at the knees.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
No, that at bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Out.
That's just a perfect catch and throw right there. You get a guy with that kind of speed trying to take second. He's got such a good arm back there, but that had to be on the money. Pressure situation, if you will, right on top of it.
Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. There's a swing and a miss.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
The next pitch misses, and it's 1-2.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
1 strike away. Now this is a rocket to left. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
So this is a nice sweep. Good way to finish this series. You're heading to another city for another one. Got to maintain the same focus. Whatever you were doing in this city, make sure you're doing the same thing in the next one. Eat the same thing, sleep the same way, get to the ballpark at the same time.
Welcome to Dodger Stadium. We've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Today we've got two teams with a lot of history, but it's traditionally been a one-sided matchup, Singy.
Yeah, they've certainly had the upper hand every time these two face off, Boog. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes down in today's matchup. I mean, at some point, the trend has got to stop, right?
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And today's starting pitcher, Shohei Ohtani.
Last time out, it just seemed like he wasn't trusting his stuff. He fell behind in the count, walked a number of guys. Today, he's got to pitch aggressively, and he's got to pitch inside.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr.
For the Braves, right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr.
Swings through that one for strike one.
No ball. One strike.
Swing and a miss.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball.
Two
Try to
strikes.
go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now one away.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. And that one upstairs, ball one.
One ball. No strikes.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And 1-1. Swing and a bouncer. Throw on to Freeman. Two quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. Here's Brian Snickers lined up for the Braves. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
First baseman Matt Olson.
Runner at first with two away. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. And that's way high. And it's 1-0. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's the pitch to Olson. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Foul tip into the mid, struck him out. And the Dodgers are coming up to hit. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And today's starter, Grant Holmes. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
1-2.
And there's the ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting second.
Here's the Dodgers lineup now. It
Number
features
6.
a great veteran presence, Mookie Betts.
Boog, if I'm the manager, this is the guy I wanted to play with the game on the line. I mean, he's just so special in these situations. The best of the best, man, they find a way to visualize those big moments well in advance, and they just slow everything down when they get into that situation. They come to the plate with a plan, they've studied the pitcher, and they just seem to execute a lot more than the average guy. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
That one gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Number 6 with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Ohtani checks his swing. Appeal down to third. And no swing, says Jerry Hillsdale. Oh, look at the stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. Dodgers go down quietly. We played an inning. No score. Back here in L.A., here's Austin Riley.
Third baseman, Austin Riley.
Ohtani back to work. He was late there, strike 1.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Next offering is downstairs. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
Goes down looking. I don't know about you, Chris, but that felt like a weird at-bat right there. Didn't give much to hit until the final pitch, and he still got the backwards K.
Yeah, not a single pitch was actually inside the strike zone, but he was being very aggressive in the box and fell behind in the count. Then they finally do challenge him, and he couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Kind of a strange strikeout for sure, Boog.
And the righty deals. In the air, right side. Conforto sizes this one up, and there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. And that's in the dirt. Albies, multi-time All-Star, 28 years old, and he's a native of Curacao. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Hernandez makes the grab, and that's the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Dodger Stadium, and now it's Max Muncy. That one fouled off. One thing with Max Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. He hammers the fastball. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Fought off foul. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And down on strikes. And one away.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
And Mookie takes. Betts launched a homer in his most recent game. Turned on, but foul wide of third. That one way inside. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. Slapped foul. Next one off the plate inside.
1-1.
And that's ball one. 2 outs, base is empty. The 1-1 is fouled off. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the second.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Sean Murphy. Swings through the sweeper. All right, Singer, you know him at Dork. Shohei Ohtani. Go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there. I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Swinging a foul straight back. One down, base is empty. Lifted in the air, right center field. Conforto makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder, Ronald Acuna
Back to the leadoff spot
Jr.
in the Braves lineup. And now the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Struck out swinging his first time. That one's in there, 0-1.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Gets him to chase after that one. Top of the third, no score. Check swing. He held up. Now 1-2.
Gosh, Boog, I think he's trying to deke the pitcher. There's no way he's thinking he can hit that pitch.
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Down in order. And we're back. Will Smith to the plate. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Michael Conforto stands in now and watches strike one. And downstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle. Arcia slings to first.
He's out.
1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Tommy Edman at the plate. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Base knock right field. Stop sign goes up at 3rd. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
He was all over that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Late swing, foul to the left. And now the 0-1. Check swing, no appeal.
1 ball, 1 strike.
In the air, left field, down the line, touches down, that's a hit. And the Dodgers score first. It's 1-0. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it 3rd.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Now the number 2 hitter. Golden opportunity right here. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. And there's a strike on the outside corner. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Got him swinging.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low and get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Bit of strategy here. They issue the intentional walk, and that'll set up a force play at any base.
These fans don't like to see that because they showed up to watch him swing the bat. This team does not want to let him beat him.
Muncy digs in. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Well, you can't offer it that pitch in an 0-0 count. It's a strike, but not every strike is a good strike early in the count.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that drops foul. The Dodgers threatening. Just misses there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Michael Harris the second. This to third. Muncy sends it to first, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
The designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And there's a foul ball.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Boom. That's cheddar, baby.
One down, base is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
The first baseman, Matt Olson.
Here is Matt Olson. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And a big swing and a miss.
No balls. 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That's outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
1-2.
That's a little bit low. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Back here in L.A. Now it's the shortstop, Mookie Betts. On the ground, out to short. Finds its way through, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 1.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Hauls it in for the out.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Mookie on the move. That's out to center field. Harris sizing this one up. He's got it. 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Conforto in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. That one is absolutely belted. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Flying around third is Betts. Now a relay to the plate. Safe. And they take a 2-run lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. And he's already singled in this game. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, you can't expect to get a great pitch to hit with an open base and a runner on second. He's going to have to really tighten up his sights here. Make sure that he can barrel up the ball.
Here's the 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Next offering is down low.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Riley makes the play. That is the inning. Dodgers with a run scoring double. It's now a 2-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Ohtani back to work. Foul ball there.
You know, these Braves, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
2 strikes.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Smith gathers, throws in time, and a drop third strike leads to the first out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Profar climbs in on that left side. And a swing and a miss.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. When you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Strike 2.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Just blown away in that at-bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. Wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at-bat like that as a hitter other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Fly to left his first time. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
And the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
No ball.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
That one almost got him.
Got close to the immaculate inning, and he just couldn't find the zone right there. When you think about it, 9 straight strikes, so tough to do.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That ends the frame.
He's out.
He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Braves nothing. Back here at Dodger
Leading
Stadium,
off for
ready
the
to go for the
Dodgers,
last half of the
first
inning. And here's
baseman,
Freddie
number
Freeman.
5.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium. Very humble guy, and on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at-bats in that way, Boog. He's just trying to stay with the plan, and that plan is hit the ball to left center field, drive the ball that way, let it travel.
Yep.
These Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Freeman hits it in the air. Profar hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, number 6.
Here's the second baseman. 1 for 2. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. High fly ball out towards left center. Profar makes the catch for the out. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that drops in for a strike. Ohtani measures 6 feet 4 inches, 210 pounds. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. There's a strike. Foul ball, still 0-2. Two outs. Up the middle, Arcia tosses to first, and they get Ohtani for the out. And welcome back to the ballpark. So here's Murphy
catcher,
now.
Sean Murphy.
Right through there for a strike. And a foul ball. This one smoked, could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in.
Shortstop,
112 miles per hour. The ball seemed to explode off the bat right there. He put everything together on that swing, so that's one of those knocks that feels a little extra sweet.
Here's Orlando Arcia. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
That's a ball. Tried to attack with a sweeper.
1-1.
Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Back to the top of the lineup, Ronald Acuna Jr. next up for the Braves, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swings and misses. 0-1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Squirts away a little bit.
0-2.
his 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whips. Michael Harris the second, the next to hit. That one way outside. Ball one. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Murphy at second with 2 down. Next pitch off the plate. 2-1. Little chopper rolls foul. The 2-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Nice job behind the plate there. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now the 3rd baseman, Max Muncy. And there's a strike. And down on strikes he goes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And strike 1 to Mookie Betts. Pitch misses there, and now it's even 1-1. 1 out, bases empty. There's a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Way high.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. 3rd home run of the season. It's 3-0. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Now, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
At the plate, Teoscar Hernandez. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Good eye right there.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Riley whips it across.
He's out.
And Hernandez is out.
Now batting, the catcher, Will Smith.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for LA, Will Smith.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
That one close, rule the ball. Ball 1. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. swings here and blasts one left field. That one hops against the fence. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
So runner at second, 2 down. And here is Michael Conforto. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. This ball's chopped to the ground, and that's a fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, throws to second. He's in there.
Comes through with the RBI. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Joe Jimenez.
Joe Jimenez.
And here comes Tommy Edman. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out. So 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits. We go to the top of the 7th. So here's the Braves designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. And I think Dave Roberts. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Evan Phillips.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And the batter now, Matt Olson, outside low. And that is ball 1.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Next pitch misses inside. Now 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Runner at first. He swings and fouls one off.
Full count.
In the dirt, blocked. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
First and second, no outs. And next for Atlanta, Austin Riley. 0 for 2 in this one. Ground ball to first, could be 2. Goes to second for 1. On to Freddie. Double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Movement in the bullpen. Kirby Yates looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Vesia also getting ready. The 1-1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Conforto pulls it down, and that is that. 1 left for Atlanta. They're down 4-0. And we're back, set for the last half of the 7th. And here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Number 6 stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Freeman headed for third. Coming home. The relay slides his hand in there, save, and the lead is up to 5.
Everything came together for him. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Next is the Dodger DH, Shohei Ohtani. That's in for a strike. One on, nobody out, a run in here at the bottom of the 7th. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Going back. Oh, he can't bring it in. Coming home. 1 run is in.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Here comes Max Muncy. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Ball.
Missed with a changeup, and a count even 1-1.
1 strike.
That one drilled left field, and it stays fair. Shohei to the plate and scores. It's 7-0. Muncy into second. It's a double.
Well done. Drives in the run. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
And now it's Mookie Betts. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, that's where you want to be right there. All over that first pitch fastball. Just a little too much hook on it. Straighten that thing out. You get to jog around the bases.
Man at second. And that one fouled off. Turns and fires the Betts. Liner caught at second.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives don't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Close one, doesn't get the call.
1-0.
And it's 1-0. Headed towards the corner. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. A run comes in on the play.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
The batter now will be Will Smith. This to third, to first, and they get the out on Smith.
Now batting, the right fielder, Michael Conforto.
The batter will be Michael Conforto.
RBI knock. For him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
That's in there. Going 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Ball 1 there.
1-1.
Runner at second, 2 down. Murphy tries to block it, but it gets away. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Joe Jimenez is done, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching for
So
Atlanta.
they turn to Craig Kimbrell.
Number
And
46.
with the big deficit on the scoreboard,
Craig Kimbrell.
he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Kimbrell ready. Here it comes.
That's the ball.
So now
Take your
2
base.
on and 2 outs.
Now batting.
So they're at the
center fielder,
corners now.
Tommy
Edman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Clips the corner, and that's strike 2. Hernandez, the runner at third. Conforto on at first with 2 down. Hit on the ground to the right side, but that rolls foul. Close, but called a ball. Now 1-2.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
That one to first, and that's just foul. Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count.
This one in the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
So bases all loaded up. Here's Freddie Freeman now.
No.
Ball 1, no strikes. 2 outs. Bases are full.
Ball, no.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. And it's fouled away. Just off the outside part of the plate.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That one misses, and that'll bring home a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Now it's the second baseman. Up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single, and it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Off the mark there. 1-0. Up the middle. Base hit. 1 run in already. Now a long throw home. Safe. In comes the run from second. And they extend their lead. First and second, 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Max Muncy. That's a strike, and it's 0-1. 2 outs, a couple of base runners at first and second. Next offering is fouled back. Next one misses, and that's ball one.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Muncy hits one in the air. Harris has a beat on it. And that's the inning. But it's a huge 8-run inning for them as they open up the lead. We look ahead to inning number. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Do you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards. So you know, we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retirement income in there.
No ball. 1 strike.
Foul ball. Next offering is outside. So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards, and his mom tossed them because, what did she know? So I made my mom keep all my baseball cards, and I really don't have any that are valuable. And that story stunk by me. Anyway,
Orlando
2 down,
Arcia.
bases empty. Now here is Orlando Arcia. Swinging a foul out of play. On the ground, right side. Throw on to Freeman, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 12 and the Braves nothing. Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom of the 8th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. And first offering is fouled off. And that one pulled foul.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
That's hard hit on the line. Corrals it. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, left fielder
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that misses. Ball 1. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Just barely able to beat that one out. Man, he was giving it his all, getting down the line right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Late on that fastball.
0-2.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Conforto stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. And that's in there at the knees. That one to first. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. So the Dodgers leave one, but they lead it by a count of 12-0. Back here in L.A., we go to the 9th, and now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Phillips back to work. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Swing and a miss. as he was out
No
front
ball.
that time.
2 strikes.
Ripped to short. And Acuna retired.
Up next for Atlanta, center fielder Michael Harris.
Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Muncy settles under it and makes the catch. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, designated hitter Marcell
So it's their
Ozuna.
last chance in this one. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He swings and misses at the first pitch.
No ball.
0-1.
1 strike.
Wow. That's not even close to the zone.
One.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. The Braves down to their final strike.
2-2.
That missed by a lot, and it's 2-2. Swings and misses. Smith gathers, throws, and that'll do it as they complete the strikeout to end it.
That was a pretty close one until that huge 7th inning really turned things around. The bats just caught on fire, and it seemed like nobody could make it out. Put a lot of runs up, and that propelled them to the win.
12-0 your final here in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long